What's going on, everybody? This is Merc Plays Games, continuing my playthrough of Hogwarts Legacy. In this video, we're just gonna explore the area, do some side quests, and then I end the video unlocking the room requirement. So I hope you enjoy. Now you see these balloons here. This is another one of these collectibles, quote unquote, that are around the entire game. They're set up in different areas, and there's, as far as I can tell, a group of 5 in each different area, and you have to pop all 5 to get credit for one pop balloon. So you're supposed to go over and do all that, and it unlocks challenges, which I believe rewards you with all brooms. Different types of broom cosmetics.
If it isn't Slytherin's newest broom talent.
Hello, Imelda. Albie Weeks sent me.
Did he now? Still tinkering with his broom upgrade, no doubt. I tried to help him once. He nitpicked my flying technique, and that was the end of that. The nerve. Why is he roping you into his broom testing silliness? You've barely started flying from what I know. Caught wind of you showing off in flying class with Clopton.
Seems someone's jealous of my skills on a broom.
Me, Slytherin Quidditch captain, jealous of you. Everyone knows that class is only for beginners, troublemakers, and bumbling baboons. But for some reason, now people think you're competition. Ugh, I can't be having that.
Perhaps I am competition.
You can't be what passes for Slytherin these days. Pfft, ragged old hat's dropping its standards. Enough of this. Only one way to find out who's the better flyer. I hold one of the fastest times on this course. Let's see if you can beat it. Slytherin versus Slytherin.
Actually, why not? I can beat your record.
I'm so looking forward to seeing you lose.
So the trials here are meant for you to complete, and then you go turn it into the guy at
Made it!
Hogsmeade, and he will eventually do upgrades for your broom, making it faster. At least that's the first upgrade. The second 2, 3 are. As you can see, I'm still having a little difficulty getting a handle on flying the broom. It doesn't feel intuitive to me, but I think it's more or less just because I'm not used to the controls.
Missed
so
one.
that's why I feel like I'm flying trouble.
This is rather fun.
it's not. You must have cheated. Ugh! Fine. You won. Don't think this is over. You can't determine skill from one single trial.
Surely my win means something.
You're not terrible, but you're still going to have to prove yourself if you want to earn my respect.
Challenge accepted then.
Perhaps you have what it takes after all. We shall see. But don't get your hopes up. The next course near Irondale offers a much tougher challenge. You can try to prepare by racing this course again. Just check in at the podium, where the leaderboard is. You can check your time and start the race. We'll see next time if your win here was more than just a fluke. Whilst on an errand for Albie Weeks.
I suspect Mr. Weeks will be glad to hear how I... Hogsmeade, here I come. Revelio.
With something to report, I hope?
Mr. Weeks, I was able to set a record on my broom.
Incredible! Miss Reyes must have been shocked. Tell me, how was the broom?
A little turbulent and is wanting for a bit of speed, but it fared well enough. I will say that it tended to drift a bit to the left on certain turns. Heard a slight swoosh when I dipped.
Oh, thank you. That's precisely what I needed to know. Drifted, eh? I shall get to work immediately. Even the naysayers will be forced to admit that my work's had potential all along.
Why would anyone doubt your ability to upgrade brooms?
No, you'd be surprised. People get set in their ways, worry that fiddling with what's working fine will somehow ruin it. Those people don't appreciate the sense of freedom that comes with quality broom flight, nor do they appreciate all that's involved in the creative process. I have a friend in Rome runs a shop like mine, says it's worse there. Of course, they do nap in the afternoons from what I hear. And where would we be without enhancements? I mean, if Elliot Smethwick had let the naysayers get to him, we would never have had the cushioning charm. I don't listen to them.
I'm excited to hear more.
I have a very good feeling about this upgrade. I guarantee you'll be pleased. Expect to hear from me soon. How to address the issue of altitude as it relates to speed?
Tales of Beetle the Bard.
Hello there. In the market for potions, are we?
Hello, Mr. Pippin. You need help with a delivery?
Yes, I do. A capable student such as yourself should have no trouble making the trip to Cambridge. It's just south of Hogwarts.
What do you need delivered?
Fatima Lawang ordered a few invisibility potions. I used to go myself, but lately Fatima has taken to turning every visit into an argument. Constantly complaining about the quality of my stock. But how can I maintain excellence when she orders so often, giving me no time to brew? If you take this rather irritating task off my hands, I'd happily allow you to claim the delivery fee from Fatima.
I'd rather not deal with difficult people, but for a reward, I think I can manage.
Indeed. Here are the invisibility potions she requested. Hopefully she won't give you too much trouble. She's a talented potioneer in her own right. I dare say I wouldn't mind having a look at her potion recipes one day.
If something threatens me, first thing I come to.
Imagine how embarrassing it must be to us.
There you see a demiguise statue. You'll eventually need to collect those to upgrade your lockpicking, but you have to unlock lockpicking first before you can even start collecting them, and that's a little bit further along in the game.
Told you not to go down that path.
Miss Peck from Brood and Peck said a customer lost a diricle around here. I know we're not supposed to go down there. I just thought...
You could have got us in a lot of trouble.
I'm very sorry, Father. Only she said I might earn a reward. Instead, I just wasted our time. There you are! Ha! Finally! I'll have enough for that wind wisp. Ah, well, not meant to be. Also, I may have knocked over a...
Sometimes it seems all roads lead to Hogsmeade.
New instruments are at
Revelio.
that magic.
Before you ask, I'm all out of the new socks, so if your feet are smelly, you'll have to work it out for yourself.
Potato.
So I'm not sure if I mentioned it in a previous video, but there are these chests scattered around that have the giant eyeball on them. You have to use the disillusionment spell in order to get close to them to open them. If you get caught, you do have to break line of sight with them before
Well, hello
activating
there.
disillusion.
Come in,
before
look
activating
around,
the
and if you've been
disillusion
eating
spell.
chocolate frogs,
And
please
then
refrain
you
from
can
touching.
sneak up and open the chests, and all of
If
them
I haven't
have
said it
500
before, it's a pleasure doing business with you. I suspect you have a sharp eye for fashion. Be sure to stop by whenever you're about.
Revelio. Revelio.
Isn't Sebastian's Valentine?
I question any.
Morgan Le Fay got an unearned
Does it get any more cozy than Hogsmeade? I know a Merlin trial when I see one. Could it be a Merlin trial?
Thinking in terms of good and evil. Toadstool tales always made me question.
How nice to see you, my young friend.
Always have been.
Historically speaking, there's never been a tea like this.
Incendio!
I cannot thank you enough for all you did to get my carts returned to me. I've been painting and painting. Incredible how such darkness can inspire such beauty. Appreciate you stopping by. Be sure to visit me again, won't you?
Not sure how I'd fare in a little place like this. Revelio.
Always late, that Pippin.
Madame Luong, I have a delivery from J. Pippin's Potions.
Sent a child to do his work for him, did he? Always cutting corners and taking the easy way out. Did he have you brew them for him as well? Doesn't matter. You could probably do it better than he can anyway.
Why do you keep ordering from him if you think the quality to be inferior?
It would seem I have more and more customers who are trying to stay out of sight. I'm not one to judge. You can simply imagine the stress I'm under to deliver quality products. Unlike some vendors, I strive to keep my customers satisfied.
Here are the potions you requested.
You think it's so simple? I know Pippin is always trying to cheat his customers. Cutting corners to save some galleons for himself at the expense of quality. You'll not be getting a canut out of me until you prove the potion works. Drink it.
Seems simple enough. I'll do it.
I should think so.
It seems to have worked.
Well, I suppose that will do.
If the demand for potions is as high as you say, have you considered being easier to work with? Perhaps combining your recipes and skills?
Not a chance. That ne'er-do-well had his shop handed to him. The rest of us had to make our own way. I'll not give him the benefit of my hard work and gumption. If he fails on his own, so be it.
You mentioned that more and more customers are trying to stay out of sight. Why?
Well, I can't speak for all of them, but certainly my Ashwinder customers have their reasons. If I were you, I'd forget I heard that.
Very well. I shall let Mr. Pippin know I delivered the potions as requested.
You do that.
What do you have for sale?
What are we looking for today? Thank you for stopping in. I appreciate it.
Revelio. You can't. Let's see what's up your sleeve this time,
And I
Merlin.
believe the footage that got deleted and I wasn't able to recover and post probably had a description of these Merlin trials. So I apologize if I'm repeating myself, but these trials are pretty important to complete because as you complete them, the challenge rewards for them opens up inventory space, which is very important because you don't want to run out of space while you're out exploring because then you have to start deleting things and you can lose gold that way. So most of them are different types of puzzles. This one requires you to move the ball into a bowl, and as you'll see, it's across the bridge. And you can use the basic cast, full combo basic cast to get it to move, or once you get to pulso, you can just use that over and over again to push it.
It's like a place right out of a storybook. Also, so tricky after all, Merlin. Revelio.
So this is my first encounter with the Inferi. If you're not familiar with Harry Potter lore, they're basically undead zombies. Basically, as you can see there, you need to light them on fire first, so you want to use the Frigo or Incendius. Incendius is pretty good, especially if you upgrade it for the fire to come out, because then you can hit a bunch of them if they're close to you. Once you light them on fire, then you can take damage from any other spell.
Revelio. Revelio. Hogsmeade, here I come.
Come on in. Healing potions are a speciality here, should you need any.
I delivered the potions to Fatima Lawang.
Very good. And did she cause you any trouble?
I can see why you didn't want to go. She was quite cantankerous.
I do truly appreciate your help. And at least it's done with.
It was a pleasure doing business with you, Mr. Pippin.
Likewise. Worth every bit of that delivery fee to have someone capable deal with that witch.
By the way, I found this book of potion recipes in Cambridge. Might it be useful to you?
Is this Fatima's recipe book?
You should keep it. She doesn't deserve to have it.
I appreciate what you're saying, but you have much to learn about respecting the property of others. Some things are sacred amongst potioneers. I shall return it to her immediately. What can I do for you today? I hope to see you again. Farewell for now.
Revelio.
Now, I've seen online that a very viable build, an easy build to play, is a stealth build, where if you max out your stealth, all you have to do is do, the disillusionment charm to go all the way up to people or creatures or what have you from behind, and then you do the
What's that?
Petrificus
Better have a
Totalis,
look then.
which is a basically
I don't
insta
trust
kill.
Ranrock, I'll tell you
knocks
that.
them out without
He'll
having
turn on
to,
us
to
first
fight them.
chance
And
he
you'll see an
gets.
example here that I can take all 3 of these guys without having to fight them. And if this is any indication that, yeah, doing it a stealth build would be pretty easy on hard mode, but it doesn't really.
I did it. And an Ashwinder, no less. Incendio! Incendio! Leviosa! Incendio! Revelio!
you again for delivering those potions to Madame Lowing. Saved me a lot of time and trouble. A wise decision. Thank you.
Leviosa.
Sometimes it seems all roads Hogsmeade. Revelio.
Now here I'm just making a quick pit stop to finish off some enemies for an assignment quest to unlock.
Yes.
Have you finished your assignments?
I finished the tasks, Professor.
Well, well. I trust you are meticulous in your efforts. After all, shortcuts only ever lead to shortcomings.
Yes, sir, of course.
Good. Ordinarily, I'd say it's not my concern either way, but you... I want to make sure you're well prepared. Talent and resolve are a potent combination. It would be a shame to let that go to waste.
Thank you, Professor.
Don't let it go to your head. Now, let's see how you fare with Diffindo. Wand at the ready. Focus. Diffindo can be dangerous if you're not paying attention. The art of potion making is... Very good. It seems you have a grasp on Diffindo. I would encourage you once again to practice here in the classroom, for your sake and that of everyone else.
Professor Sharp, do you have a moment?
Depends on how you intend to use it.
I saw an aura badge on your desk and was wondering if you could tell me more about your time as an aura.
Observant. I suppose I could indulge you for a moment. Spent years tracking down reprobates who dealt in artifacts of dark magic origin.
That seems a bit more dangerous than teaching potions.
Often, yes. Though I've seen some remarkably creative concoctions brewed in my class. I enjoyed a great deal of success as an aura. However, success can make one complacent if one's confidence is not tempered by humility. One overstep in battle changed everything.
May I ask what happened?
Yes, well, I suppose it's a matter of record. My partner and I had tracked a suspect to a harbor in Scarborough, trying to smuggle shrunken heads of all things. I had deduced that he was working alone. I was mistaken, and they knew we were coming. From the moment we stepped onto the ship, well, I barely escaped with my life. My partner wasn't so lucky.
I suppose being an aura is dreadfully dangerous. I'm sorry.
It is at that. But survival is not guaranteed for any of us. Pay attention. And not just within my class. This is what I must impress upon you all. A potion and a poison may be a mere breath apart, until you consume the wrong one.
Well said, Professor.
So I just unlocked Defendo. Defendo's a pretty good opening attack. It covers a long distance, and as you'll see in later videos,
Pleasure to have a student who actually
basically
heeds
fires
instruction.
off a blade that hits everything in its path. So it's a very good opener to use as you're going in to engage a whole group of enemies. I don't believe it has the upgrade talent to put a curse on enemies that are hit by it, so I don't know if I'll be incorporating it once I get my build up and running, because I said before, I think in a video before, that the build I'm going for is to basically dot everything up with curses and then fire off an Avada Kedavra, just nuke everything. We'll see if that's actually viable.
Professor Weasley? Somewhere away from prying eyes.
Forgive me, the headmaster stopped me and I... Merlin's beard. I see you've wasted no time. Well done. Shall we?
After you, Professor. What is this place?
This is the Room of Requirement. It only appears when one is in real need of it. Ordinarily, a student might stumble upon this room entirely by accident, if ever. I'd only planned to suggest to you how to find it by walking past that bit of wall, focusing on what you need. But you've managed to reveal the room on your own. While I'm here, we should take advantage of the moment. Now, where is Deke? He must have sneaked past and gone ahead.
Deke, Professor?
The house elf I was speaking to in my classroom your first day. Thought he might help you use the room once you've found it. There's no chance I'm clambering over this mess. This presents the perfect opportunity to teach you Evanesco, the vanishing spell. You can cast Evanesco to vanish certain objects, such as these chairs and other things here in the room. I suggest you practice the wand movements first, then you can clear the chairs away. Splendid. Now, Evanesco on those chairs. Excellent work. You'll note that you are now in possession of Moonstone. We shall discuss its uses later. Let's move on. Where in Merlin's name is that elf? Is that... Goodness! My old school bag. I wondered where that had got to. I can't believe it's still here. I'll just take a quick look at this. Give you an opportunity.
Dear me. Can't you keep it down? Revelia. Some of us are trying to rest. Revelia. Accio. Ha. Revelia. Ha. Ha.
Hope this isn't as precarious as it looks.
An intruder! Stop them! No, not... that's not helpful, you worthless pile of tin!
How does anyone other than a house elf manage to get around in here? Revelia. What was that? Was that a golden snitch?
Perhaps you should summon your wits and find out.
Revelia.
Revelio. I hope that house elf can find us in here. Yikes! Careful!
Huh? Oh, there you are. Wait right there. Deek will come to you. Hello.
Ah, Deke, we've been looking for you.
Apologies, Professor Weasley. Deek was looking through some of what's appeared in the room since Deek was last here. Is this the student?
Indeed it is.
Deek is honored to meet you.
Deke has been a friend since I was a second year. We discovered this room together. I mentioned you to Deke. We believe that you might be able to benefit from this room like I did. Deke, would you be so kind?
Of course, Professor Weasley. The Room of Requirement will always be equipped for the Seeker's needs. It's unplottable, so won't appear on any map. Most happen upon it by accident, if ever. Deke's seen students in need of an extra file for potions stumble upon the room filled with them. You seem to have accessed it in its form as the Room of Hidden Things.
I was thinking about needing a place away from prying eyes. Brilliant.
Oh, that explains it then.
What I need specifically is a place where I can catch up on my schoolwork without distraction.
Well then, the room can provide you with precisely that. Now, it's time to focus on what you need. Just close your eyes. Imagine the room precisely as you need it. The room will do the rest.
You've given yourself quite a canvas to work with. I look forward to seeing what you do with the space. Ah, and it seems the room has provided you with a desk of description. Excellent. It can identify unfamiliar items of clothing. One should always understand the effects of anything in which one is clothed. You'll find plenty of clothing that need to be identified. The desk will be an invaluable resource.
Alright, so I've unlocked the Room of Requirement. This is going to be your primary space for the rest of the game. kind of like your home base. You'll be able to brew your potions
I
here.
imagine the
You can
desk of
set up a
description
bunch
will
of
come in
different
handy.
It will.
cauldrons to do
I
that.
hope you'll take
You'll also
advantage of
be
it.
able to set up a
Now,
bunch of different
I'll give you a brief lesson in
potting
conjuring.
stations to be able to
The
grow
room
the
might
plants
not
that you
provide
need for
everything you need on
potions,
its own.
as well as the
Conjuring,
other
yes,
offensive plants
the
that you
magic
can
of
throw at
creating
enemies.
or conjuring
Eventually, you'll be
objects.
able to unlock
I'll teach you.
your area where you can keep beasts, that's basically for farming, crafting materials. But this is pretty much it. You are going to be able to customize it to the way that you want it. So I edited most of the customization
Very
out
good.
of the
When
video, so you didn't
conjuring
have to
more
watch all of
complex
that,
objects,
and just
you'll
kind of
need
show
what's
the
called
finished
a
product, or at
spellcraft.
least the
Spellcrafts are like recipes.
base area that
They
I
list
want
the
it to be like,
ingredients
and
or resources
of
needed
course I'll
to
add more
conjure a
like
particular
cosmetic
object.
items
You should
once I
have
do
acquired
unlock.
some for a potion station and potting table from tomes and scrolls in Hogsmeade.
I did. Where can I find the resources I need?
While resources such as moonstone can be obtained throughout the Highlands, it's much safer and easier to purchase them. They can also be collected by vanishing objects in the room, such as the chairs you vanished earlier. In fact, you should have enough resources for now.
I see. Can I regain resources by vanishing something I've already conjured?
You can indeed. Quite perceptive. Why don't you give it a try? Go ahead and conjure the potion station and potting table. You should find both familiar, since they'll resemble the ones you've already used to study magical plants and brew potions in class. Well done. You can use these whenever you need to brew potions or grow plants. Presuming, of course, you've collected any seeds or potion ingredients you need in Hogsmeade or outside the castle grounds. Deke will be here to answer any questions you may have. Do not underestimate his insights.
Can you tell me a bit more about Deke?
He's been at Hogwarts longer than I have, and seems to know its every nook, cranny, and secret. We discovered this room together when I was a student. Deke has had a good deal of experience, both here at Hogwarts and at a previous post. I shall let Deke tell you more when he's ready, but again, you would be wise to listen to any suggestions he may have.
Can I use this type of transfiguration magic outside of the room?
Conjuring and vanishing are strictly forbidden elsewhere in the castle. We've charms in place to enforce that. It would be exhausting to reverse the errors in both judgment and magic. But the Room of Requirement has its own rules.
I will be sure to speak with Deke if I need anything. Thank you.
Good luck. I shall linger a bit longer in case you'd like to learn another transfiguration spell for use in the room.
Deke thinks you should be proud of all the potions you've brewed. Deke hasn't seen this many plants here before.
I'm ready for the next lesson, Professor.
Very well. First, you'll need to gather some moonstone. You can acquire it by vanishing items here in the Room of Requirement, or you can gather it carefully outside of the Hogwarts grounds. Return to me once you've gathered enough, and we shall begin the lesson.
I have the moonstone you requested, Professor.
Good. Then we may begin your lesson. You can conjure more than potions and herbology tables. Conjuration can be used to decorate this space to your liking. Why don't you try it on the walls and floor?
Deke cannot believe how many beasts you have here. Deke thinks you should be proud of all the potions you've brewed.
It warms my heart to see your interest in herbology, dare I say, blossom. Good work. Shall we move on?
I've conjured everything I can. What's next, Professor?
I think you're ready to take on alteration. The altering spell will allow you to customize any conjured item. You can change the colors, patterns, and styles of your furniture to suit your taste. Let's get started, shall we? Watch closely as I demonstrate how to perform the altering spell. Just aim your wand at any conjured item and perform the altering spell to customize it.
Believe how many beasts you have here.
Nicely done. Now you're ready for something a little more advanced. You can use the altering spell directly on the room's architecture. Try these new designs on the floor or balcony.
Oh dear, Deke thinks perhaps you didn't know Deke was near. Deke hasn't seen this many plants here before. Deke thinks you should be proud of all the potions you've brewed.
Your space might benefit from a bit of ambiance, don't you think? Deke, would you mind?
Of course, Professor Weasley. Professor Weasley showed Deke this bit of magic some years ago. Deke thinks you...
Professor Weasley said I should ask you about changing the room's ambience.
Of course. What sort of overall look most appeals to you?
I would like the room to feel as if it's being lit by the moon.
Oh, sounds perfect.
It warms... quite a difference. Of course, you needn't keep this style if you don't like it. You can always ask Deke to change it back. Now you have learnt a good bit about alteration.
Thank you, Professor. The room is full of possibilities.
Indeed. No matter how much time I spend here, the room always manages to surprise me. An even bigger space.
How did that happen?
The room equips itself to your needs. It must have sensed that you needed more space to practice spellcasting. If you'd like to customize the space further, you can use these spellcrafts. You'll find more of them both inside and outside the school.
Thank you, Professor. I shall keep an eye out.
Good. I'll leave you to it. This is your space now. Use it wisely.
Revelio.
Deke cannot believe how many beasts you have here.
I'd like to ask you about changing the room's ambience.
Of course. What sort of overall look most appeals to you?
I'd like the room to feel mysterious and eerie, as if I'm in the Forbidden Forest, surrounded by shadows.
Oh, sounds perfect.
Alright, so here's basically where I'm at with the room and requirement. I've got it customized to where I wanted. So I'm going to leave it off at that part here for the video. So if you liked it, please hit the like button. Please also subscribe and hit the bell so you get notification of my future videos. And see you next time. Thanks for watching.